Hi, Tom Coley, Coach for BCSN. It's certainly an honor and a privilege to be with Coach Haynes, the outstanding safeties coach at Ohio State University. Coach, first of all, thanks for coming to Toledo. Thanks for being here to talk to the kids. Coach, I want to talk a little bit about Pee Wee Gambrell, who we covered on BCSN. He's one of our kids, and I know you're going to take care of him. Tell us where Pee Wee's fitting in at Ohio State.
Well, I think he's doing a great job. You know, we can't have too much contact with him now, but he's doing a good job with our strength coaches. They're very excited about him. He's kind of fitting into the program real well. We are going to start him out at corner. You know, he's a long-rangey guy that may, move in at safety.
I was wondering if you're going to say maybe a safety coach.
Since being the safety coach.
That's what I was kind of wondering about that.
But the way he moves in his feet and his hips and everything like that, that's what we've had is the big corner, at Ohio State. So that's kind of where he fits in right now.
Yeah, Coach, we've watched him on BCSN. And, I would wonder, Coach, let me ask you this. I would wonder, as many skills as he has, I mean, he can play on the offensive end. He could be a special teams. He could be a wide receiver. Do the offensive guys ever come to you and say, hey, Coach Haynes, sure you can have him, but we'd like to do some specialty plays with him. Does that ever happen? Not just Pee Wee, but
it was
other
funny because when we were doing the recruiting day that we were watching his highlight films, I had to make the point that he was a defensive player because he had a lot of highlights that were offensively. But he's a very talented kid that, the thing that we do is, of course, we want to keep him on defense, but if he can help us anywhere else and get on the field the fastest, then we'll move him over.
Coach, the game today I think has become so athletic that I'm wondering if you don't have to kind of recruit guys like Pee Wee who are just, exceptional. I would imagine you get a lot of quarterbacks, exceptional athletes that you have to put because they got to cover great people.
That's the thing. We kind of recruit athletes. Most of the guys who have played for me have played high school quarterback. So it's a lot of times it's the best athlete on the team. But really what we try to do is recruit athletes and try to make them, we want to see where they can fit in the best, and where they can get on the field the best because they all want to play, early. So we try to just recruit athletes and kind of let them fall where they may.
And Coach, life is nothing but change, and we all know that. Okay, you got the big changes coming this year, and in football is always a move forward kind of deal. It is. But, I was wondering, I've been around the game a long time. Anytime there's adversity, I've always found in a football team that players, coaches kind of circle the wagons and say, hey, it's, us against the world in a way, and they actually come out and work harder and compete harder. Do you think there's going to be a sense of that this year?
I think so. Our expectations and things like that have not changed. I mean, it's always win, at Ohio State. So those things have not changed. With the adversity that we have, though, you can see where the guys are tighter together. The coaching staff is tighter together.
Absolutely.
And like I said, that they do have a chip on their shoulder, and we do have a chip on our shoulder. So I think you'll see a good product, a product out there that is going to play aggressive and, and play with a chip on their shoulder.
Coach, I know guys like you. I was always in the offensive side of the ball, and I hated guys like you because you guys would sit in a basement and watch a film like 87,000 hours to figure out how to stop you. Okay. But with the spreads now, I'm figuring you guys are starting to figure it out. Is it going to be coming off the corner and putting more heat and knocking the quarterback down? Is it more athletic guys, crouching and jumping on the quick one-read, take those one-read takeaways? What's going to happen with defending the spread?
I think, you talk about Pee Wee, guys like Pee Wee. I think in the recruiting process, you got to recruit more guys like that are athletic, that are big, that can move well. You always want to affect the quarterback. It all starts with the quarterback. So any way that you can take the quarterback out of that spread stuff, the better off you'll be.
Well, the better off we're going to be in the city of Toledo and the Perrysburg All-Star kids. Having Coach Haynes here, we wish you nothing but the best for the up-and-coming season. And thanks for talking to our kids.
All right.
Thank you. Tom Coley, coach for BCSN.